It's green tea here, now let's spill the tea. 90 Day Fiance is an American reality TV series made by the Learning Channel, or TLC. It follows and documents people who applied for the K-1 visa. This visa is issued to the fiancé of the US citizen so they can enter the US and marry their partner within the time of 90 days. In the fourth season, Big Ed and Rose made their appearance. Edward Allen Brown, also known as Big Ed, despite being a mere 4'11", is 54 years old. He was born with a rare bone condition known as Klippel-Feil syndrome, or KFS. People with this condition have features which include having a short neck, restricted movements of the upper spine, and a large chest cavity. Ed stated he was bullied for it when he was a kid. Before his appearance on 90 Day Fiancé, he was an architectural interior designer as well as a photographer. Ed has been single for nearly 3 decades after his divorce. He met Rose on Facebook and jumped at a second chance for love. One of the most viral events of the show was when he put mayo in his hair. Since he had dyed it to look young for Rose, he claimed mayo was soothing for his scalp. There was another highlight of Ed where we learned he had a daughter named Tiffany who is 29, 6 years older than Rose. Rosemary Vega is a 23-year-old girl from Caloocan City, Philippines, and she is proud of her culture. She is a single mother to her 4-year-old son named Prince. In her YouTube video titled Get to Know Me, she tells us that her son is her main source of joy. She enjoys watching motivational speakers and movies. She explains that faith in God is important in her life. Throughout their televised relationship, they had many conflicts, and the first happened as soon as they met. Ed lied to Rose about his height. He said he was just as tall as Rose, who stands at 5'2", when he was in fact 3 inches shorter than her, standing at 4'11". When they first met at the airport, she was very surprised. One viewer said, "You can tell she immediately thinks he's gross and ugly. She really isn't into him at all. Him lying about his height and pretending to have a neck led her to think he was gross. If he would have been upfront, she would have not had to be let down by the physical expectation he led her to believe, and really never existed at all." There was a point in the show where they flew back to see Rose's home. Ed was shocked when they got there, and clearly unprepared for what he would see, Rose's living conditions. Her family was far from the American ideal. He made rude comments about her home, and was culturally insensitive, never having seen what true poverty looked like. When he visited Rose's home, he complained that there was no windows, no bed frame, as Rose's mattress was simply on the floor. Her dad was a pig farmer and they used a tabot to shower. Throughout the whole visit, Rose notably remained confident and sure of herself and was unapologetic about her lifestyle. Another viewer wrote, "He is honestly being disrespectful. He came here to see her family and all he did was spend a night and a day there, and that's it. It's ignorant. He just wants to get out there as soon as possible, and you can tell he wasn't trying his hardest to help with the farm. I think Rose is honestly looking for someone to have a family with, but I don't think Ed is that person she's looking for. He has no respect for her living situation." At another point in the show, Ed and Rose visit a market in the Philippines. Ed stated in his confessional that Rose might be trying to scam him and use him for his money. In a clip from the show, Rose and Ed are in a Filipino market in Manila shopping for clothes. They pick out some pajamas for Rose that cost 180 pesos. As Ed pulls out his wallet, Rose asks for it. She proceeds to help him count the money, giving the store employee 190 pesos, telling him to keep the change. Ed is upset for 2 reasons. Firstly, he feels that her asking for his wallet is inappropriate, and secondly, he objects to her allowing the employee to keep the 10 pesos. Viewers thought this was ridiculous since 10 pesos is approximately equal to 20 cents in USD. One viewer wrote, "She's grabbing the money to help him. He obviously doesn't know what he's doing, and 10 pesos is 20 cents. She was trying to help him because he looks stupid." Rose's sister Maria contacted Ed during their visit. She said her business was going under and asked him for money. Maria also asked Ed not to tell Rose, which Ed thought to be inappropriate. One viewer said, "These 2 girls just wanted to make money from Ed." Yet another conflict was when Ed told Rose to get an STD test. He was worried that Rose was cheating on him, since she would not talk about her past relationships. This was interesting and outrageous to viewers since he cheated on his previous wife, which ended his first marriage. Viewers were upset that Ed asked Rose to be tested even though he wasn't tested himself. He's forcing her to get an STD test when he was the one who cheated on his ex-wife? The audacity, bro. One of the most provocative conflicts was when Ed told Rose to shave her legs. He stated he thought she was not feminine with leg hair, and it was gross. Many viewers thought this was hypocritical as he is far from the male beauty ideals himself. One viewer tweeted, "Someone needs to tell Big Ed that A, Rose is not into him, and B, she doesn't have to shave her legs if she doesn't want to. Like this guy is no prize, yet he thinks he can waltz in and dictate her entire life? Say what now? I can't stand this disrespectful bitch, Ed. Rose deserves someone who can stick their neck out for her, and clearly he can't do that. Many viewers believe that Rose was trying to take advantage of Ed. They claim that she saw Ed as a ticket out of her impoverished lifestyle. He did use her. They tried to use him for money. He wanted someone young to control, and she wanted a green card and sugar daddy. It's all about money. Ed wasn't that stupid to release so much money to them. From beginning, Rose and her sister tried to scam Ed. Ed gave her lots of gifts such as lingerie, which were all really gifts for himself through her. He gave Rose a toothbrush, toothpaste, and mouthwash, scolding her for bad breath. Rose revealed this was caused by a medical condition, a stomach ulcer. A viewer wrote, "You could have told her that off television," shaking my head. How disrespectful. If he loved her, he would have told her in private stuff you'd say in private and not to the whole world, big no-neck ugly Ed. The event that broke the two of them was when Ed lied about wanting more kids. Really, he wanted to get a vasectomy. This was the breaking point for Rose, as it was a dream of hers to have more kids. She was upset that Ed did not tell her this before they met. She made it very clear that having more kids was important to her. Ultimately, this led Rose leaving Ed and going back home. A viewer said, "Should have told her you don't want kids before you flew to Philippines. Damn, she told you she wanted kids right from the start. Girl probably feels betrayed." Ed was extremely sad about the breakup, especially considering that Rose left without saying goodbye. Neither Ed nor Rose have confirmed whether they are still split, most likely due to contracts from TLC. However, the two do not seem to be on good terms, and the evidence suggests they remain apart. Specifically, Maria, Rose's sister, has openly spoken about her disdain for Ed. Ed seems to have his lips sealed by TLC producers. On his social media, he has not given any indication on his current relationship status. From the day this video is made, it looks like Rose is back in the Philippines and is focusing on her family and her son. Both Ed and Rose have amassed a large following on their social media accounts. Rose recently posted a screenshot of the outcome of a fan polling asking people to choose between Ed and her. The results showed 95% of the voters chose Team Rose. The producers at TLC select about 6 couples every season who have applied for their K1 visa and document and commercialize their stories, with each episode being 2 hours long. They edit the episode to include the most dramatic content, such as couples arguing, accusing each other of cheating, and allegations of domestic abuse. This show is exactly of reality shows such as Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Whereas the Kardashian cast is usually envied, viewers of 90 Day Fiance pity the cast, seeing how idiotic and dishonest they are. The lack of respect for their partners and integrity for themselves is shocking. There is a high probability that the producers of the show manipulated the conversations the couples had, usually casting an American and their partner who is significantly younger from a developing country. With shows like 90 Day Fiance, it may be easy to think that everyone who applies for the K1 visa does so for fraudulent reasons. However, this is not the case for the majority of applicants. It is a very expensive and strenuous process where it can cost around $2,000 to even begin. The couple has to stay married for 2 years, and the American petitioner must support their international partner until they can get a work permit. Reality TV is consistently ranked amongst the highest rated shows. Why do viewers watch it? Reality TV is quite complicated. People have an innate curiosity about how others live their lives, and reality TV can be an outlet for that. People who watch reality TV shows are aware it is not for educational purposes, but use it for entertainment. Is reality TV all about exploiting individuals who sacrifice dignity and integrity to achieve fame and fortune? Participants definitely become popular by being on these shows. They can amass a following and profit off of that. So fame could be a real motivation for some participants. Others might be drawn to compete for different reasons. Maybe they want to find love or compete with others. However, if they didn't want to be famous, would they really go on a show seen by millions of viewers? Is it a platform to promote individuality and democratic freedom? Theoretically, anyone can be put on reality TV. Some participants have views or beliefs which are uncommon, and the shows become a platform for them to share themselves. Of course, this can be very positive or negative. Often, with shows like 90 Day Fiance, participants are chosen based on the extremeness of their cases. It is clear the producers select the couples who are likely to have issues and therefore be interesting to watch. E. Gray Lorimer quotes, "True love is not a reality TV show." Ronda Rousey says, "Reality TV is set up to make people entertaining. A good person with values and principles is not good television." Among some of the youngsters, I think reality TV has installed that culture into them and inspired a few of them into wanting to be TV celebrities. A quote by Alan Sugar. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.